Alright guys, so in this video we're checking out the BetaFPV 95X with the Caddx Vista digital FPV system. And this is their typical, ducted whoop style frame, kind of similar to the 75X and 85X, but obviously now bigger size for these bigger props. This has the 2.5-inch Gem Fan 2540 props plus the BetaFPV 1106 4500 kV motors. And here's a quick look at the motor. We've seen this motor before. It's not new, it's been around for a while. It does come on plugs here, and they're using the two-board system on this particular setup here. This is the 16 amp 32-bit ESC board, and then you have a F4 flight controller. So there's two separate boards in this one. Instead of their, I think they have a 20 amp one that's a single board that has ECs all together. So this is, I think, an older product. It's been around for a while. You have your battery lead coming out the back here, and your USB port also on the bottom. And you have your capacitor inside here with the XC30 connection. You do have a carbon brace here on the bottom. I believe it's about 2.5 or 3 millimeters thick. Countersunk screws for your motor, so it's nice and flat, but the battery sits in the bottom here, so the countersunk screws are kind of unnecessary, and they're recommending this 450 4S LiPo. It's a pretty good LiPo. I got a pretty long flight time. You'll see that at the end of the video. Now, when they sent this to me, they had everything pre-built, motors installed, flight controller and everything all set up, and all the parts as well. The canopy just didn't have the Vista system installed on here. I guess there's only a limited number of these Vista systems around, so they were like, well, can we send you the kit and then you can just put the Vista in there? I was like, okay, fine. Not a big deal. I just had to solder on some wires to install the Vista, but obviously when you buy this, it'll come with the Vista pre-installed. The Vista just gets screwed into this canopy here. I think this, if I'm not mistaken, the same canopy that was on the 85X, I believe, or 75X. They're kind of repurposing this canopy. Not exactly sure if this was meant for this particular setup, because you can see the camera lens of the Vista sticking out quite a bit. So they included this TPU part here to protect the camera lens. Obviously this whole canopy here is kind of not designed for the Vista, and you can also see that I'm not using the intended screw hole in the canopy for the camera. It's kind of offset here. So yeah, they obviously are using a part that they have before and kind of jerry-rigging this to get it to work. I don't know if the production units are going to actually look like this or be constructed this way. It's going to be different. I can tell you that much because they sent a bunch of these parts here, screws and stuff. You can see I have a bunch of leftover ones that I couldn't figure out what they were for. They didn't send any instructions, but you can tell here they included these little spacers here to raise the canopy off of the frame, and I didn't have enough of these long screws going to the frame here. I had one over here, one on the other side, but then I had no way of securing the front of the canopy. There's a hole there, and you're supposed to put a screw through the bottom right there, as you can see, and then that goes through, put a spacer there, and it goes into the canopy. So there's play in the canopy, moves up back and forth. I did try to put some foam in the front and the back there to kind of stop that, but you'll see in the flight video there's a lot of jello, and it is a pretty bright sunny day, but I think that the jello is because this canopy is not secured properly, and I don't think they sent me a complete set of parts because I couldn't figure out which ones go where to secure the canopy properly. I did try a few different configurations. So I just want to let you know that, yeah, what you're seeing here is not the actual what's going to be shipping later. I did kind of try and put together based on some of the photos I saw of what their build looks like, but yeah, I couldn't quite exactly replicate it because I didn't have enough parts. It seemed like some things were missing, but I did the best I could, and I do have the canopy on there, but you see that there's a fair amount of jello in the bright sunny conditions, so keep that in mind. It's just this particular one, and it may not be for all of them. I'm going to see if they can send me a production version later. If that interests you, let me know in the comments below, and I'll let BetaFPV know about that so that you can actually see what an actual production unit will look like. This is pretty close. I try to get as close as possible, but it's not 100% there, so just keep that in mind. Now, I pulled this Vista system out of the GEPRC Rocket Lite. You saw that video a couple days ago, and that one weighed 127 grams with no battery. And this here, the 95X with no battery, and with the Vista system, is coming in, wow, 106 grams, so almost 21 grams less. We got a bigger prop and 1106 motors, and then I think it was 182 grams with the 520 4S battery. So let's throw in the 4S 450 on here, and we're coming in at 162.6 grams. So it's significantly lighter than the Rocket Lite with Vista, and that only had a 2-inch prop. And I did talk about that in that video, how it's cut up quite a bit heavier. This flies much, in terms of flight characteristics, it doesn't feel nearly as heavy. Flies, I think, a lot better than the Rocket Lite. Although, you know, the Rocket Lite doesn't fly bad, it just flies heavy. This one has a lot more power. The power to weight ratio is there, so you can do a little bit more acro, flips and rolls, that kind of thing. But obviously, this is more of a Cinewhip type of design. Yeah, but because of the bigger props and I guess the lighter weight, we get a lot more flight time in this one. I think I was only getting 3 minutes at the most on the Gep RC, and this one, I can't remember exactly, I was getting more than 5 minutes on this setup, yeah, on the 450. So smaller battery, smaller, lighter battery, longer flight time, because this whole setup here is a lot more efficient. So I'm not going to talk about the Vista system because I already have a bunch of videos on those already. I'll link those down in the description. Basically, it sends back the video back to your DJI goggles, and then you can record your FPV feed onto a micro SD card on your goggles. There's no onboard recording on here. And I have, again, I've had a bunch of videos on the Vista system itself. This is going to probably go into a few more other builds a little bit later, but I'm pretty much done with this one for now. I think they kind of rushed this to me just to get it out before Chinese New Year. I'm thinking that they're probably going to make some adjustments here because, especially based on my feedback, I think the later batches will probably not have a jello issue. But of course, I can't guarantee that. I'm just going to give my feedback and show them my video, and you guys can decide whether or not this product is going to be jello free later or not. I actually don't know that, but yeah, I did the best I could. Anyway, here is the flight footage, and yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Alright, looks like this the voltage is properly calibrated on this model, and it's a little bit sunnier today. And I think the way this canopy is mounted and everything, we're seeing a little bit of jello. Actually, you know, quite a lot of jello actually, compared to the Gep RC Rocket, but a lot more power. And 2.5-inch prop, so you're going to get more efficiency and more power. And let's just do a little exploring here. I was out here the other day with analog quad and couldn't get anywhere close to this far without lots of breakups. And I'm pretty low to the ground too over here. Yeah, there's quite a lot of jello actually. I was concerned about that when I was putting this together. They kind of put this design together a lot, sort of last minute, kind of quick. I think they're going to have to do some tweaks to it. But that's still 15.1 volts. About 2 minutes of flight so far. Yeah, I think once they get all the shrubs and stuff in here, all the vegetation, it's going to be pretty fun, interesting park to fly at. Hopefully not too many more people will show up, but yeah. Pretty far away here. No issues with latency or the video breakup. A little bit less bit rate
kind of far away. A lot of jello. I can clearly see all that jello is going to come out for sure in the recording. .8 volts. Way more efficient than the 2-inch prop for sure. Yeah, I'm already approaching 3.5 minutes of flight. And this one you can definitely do more acro with. I'm kind of killing the last part of the battery here. Still recovering up to 14.4 volts. Alright, so let's go a little faster. As you increase the speed and the prop RPM, it gets even more jello-y. And I'm at almost 4.5 minutes of flight time, so 2.5-inch props is definitely the way to go. You're gonna get way more performance, way more efficiency than a 2-inch prop. Alright, so about 5 minutes here. I'm gonna call it 14.2 volts, almost a little bit below storage voltage, so let me know what you guys think. Yeah, other than the jello, I know it's got jello.